We're here at Calais, and you see the sand dunes there. It goes back for miles and miles down the coast towards Boulogne, where we were yesterday, and really massive sand dunes. You see in all these World War II games, you know, blood on the sand dunes, all these games. All we have here is about half a mile of a underground Nazi base here in Calais. It's from just about where we are, a few hundred yards in front of where we are, and you can't really see the end of it. It's about half a mile. There's a rock. You see, it seems to be a rock that juts out in about the middle of the screen. It's not a rock, it's actually part of the underground base, and it goes beyond that a good few hundred yards. So the question is, I mean, you know, if you're the British or you're coming over here to, you know, help defend France or whatever, push the Nazis back, you know, into Europe, what would you do? You know, would you run boats like they did in Dunkirk? Would you run boats right up where all the battlements are, where all the fortified iron battlements are, right along the shore there towards Calais? Or would you put boats further along the coast and flank them and come right round and flank the Nazi base? I mean, so I'll take a few pictures of the base, just give you sort of a running commentary as we go along, as we walk down here. I've limited space on this phone, limited video editing on this phone, so please bear with me. As you can see, it is beautiful weather here in France. It has been pretty much most of the week. Praise God. Yeah, we've already gone over 70 degrees here. It's only the middle of April. Well, just a few little concrete structures on your local beach, nothing to worry about, carry on what you're doing. And then we have a sort of lookout post here for the stormtroopers, like one of the Star Wars movies, in Tatooine or something. Don't know what they are. So this is like your entrance into the rabbit warren. Like if you flank the Nazis, this is where you'd really be aiming to get to. The Nazis, very much one of their main symbols was the bunny, or the rabbit, which you see in like Playboy, that type of thing. They actually worshipped that like they do in Easter, you know, the Easter bunny. Why did they do that? Because bunnies are very good at burrowing. You know, you talk about conspiracies and going into the rabbit hole. Well, the Nazis were masters of burrowing into things and hiding themselves in the earth, just as the Bible says. The wicked dig tunnels into the mountains and into the earth to hide themselves from the wrath of the Lamb. Yeah, so it's the elite powers of the earth really controlled the Nazis, and this has obviously sort of been restored a little bit. How would I said? Your stormtroopers here, you can imagine if you manage to flank them coming down here, and your stormtroopers here, Nazi stormtroopers like in Star Wars, you know, guarding the gates. I don't know quite what this would have been, just a, you know, there's lots of little compartments, you know, storage for probably food, maybe even prisons for captured soldiers. Probably they just shot them or whatever. Just too close to enemy lines, isn't it? What you certainly get around here is a lot of glass. A lot of alcohol has been drunk in this area. There you go. 1941. Nazi symbol, I don't know if you can see that very well. right there, 1941. Can't really just hear the clacking of machine guns when I sort of came up here. I didn't even see the, you know, the bases and everything. You can just imagine running up here. Here's one of the outposts here. You know, you're just running up. I mean, you've got no cover whatsoever. You come off a boat there. There's an outpost, zero cover. I mean, it's just like free range shooting, you know, for the Nazis. So it's a bit of a slaughter, I think you could say. The only real chance you got is if you get down in there, sort of dive down in there, maybe when they're changing their ammo, which they'd have a system, you know, one would be shooting, the other one would be reloading, so it'd be very difficult. There would be several of them right there. I mean, you're talking about very powerful guns and probably a couple of guys up the top as well, a couple of snipers up there, so it would be very difficult penetrating that. You know, it's one of the main outposts, one of the first main ones we see, and some people have done some artwork. You see all the all the alcohol that's been drunk, as you can imagine, around here. It's pretty. And some French spray paint artwork here. Is that the spaghetti monster? I'm not really sure what that is. It's a Mr. Tutti monster. And then this thing, I don't know. Oh, just made it up there. There's another Nazi outpost here. Oh. And there is a boat bringing more slaves out of Alcatraz, known as the United Kingdom, which I think I'll just rename the UK's Alcatraz. It's like an island prison. It's some unfortunate people getting back. I hope they bump in. Okay, this is the other outpost up here. There was the other one down there. There's another one here. All it's really good for now is artwork. I don't know what that's meant to be. But well, I mean, the Nazis did worship these beings. You know, these are in the film, call them alien greys. So a lot of people don't realise Hitler said he was in communication with these beings. A lot of people just can't get their mind around that. But that's very much a Nazi symbol, as much as the swastika. They took the swastika from Hinduism and they reversed it. Apparently it's the same as one of the human genome. So you can see it's all within firing range. You know, there's no, they're very, very strategically plotted. You know, the outposts. This part here, it's a bit of a no man's land. You see more outposts further down there. But you can imagine if you can get through this part, there's a few dunes there, but you'd have loads of Nazis up here just shooting back. We know that the British were successful finally. They didn't hit each other, but they were finally successful in Dunkirk, but you know, at the expense of how many? And sometimes, you know, when I get a dream, sometimes I thought I might see some Nazi soldiers. Sometimes if I'm in a place, the Lord gives me a sort of a prophetic insight. All I really got last night was an impression that there was a lot of northerners, like from Sheffield, Manchester, like northern England and you know, the north of Britain, that really fought. I mean, we know the Scots, we usually fought in the front lines in just about every British war. You know, we were sort of the cannon fodder. But what is that over there? surely. Wait a minute. Focus on that. I'll have a look at that later, but there's Calais. Looks like an outpost or something. So yeah, it's a bit of a no man's land there. Get your troops down there, but it's nothing to hide behind. Unless you can get right up against the grass there, eh? So this too looks like a little bit of an old outpost here. It's now just covered in dunes, but you can imagine it being a wall. You see parts of the wall there being demolished, and you can see a bit of wire fencing as well further down. So yeah, this would have been a sort of a bunker here, I think, possibly here. Been a good bit to attack, you know, probably depending on what it used to be like. There's your wire fencing and all that. So you can imagine back in 1941, 42 or whatever it was, 43, 44, there's been a lot of wire fencing, bunkers, walls been built, you know, because this part is a little bit too shallow to make tunnels at. You know, it's almost sort of at the level of the sea there. It's only a few feet up. So this would have been a good bit to attack though, I think. This would have probably been a major part to target, you know, for the Allies. Just get a few rifles in there, shoot them as they come over. You see just an entrance there. It's obviously all been covered over by a sand dune there, and you talk about an impregnable base. I mean, look at that, the doors are still on now from the 1940s. Can you imagine trying to get through there? Explosives and grenades and rockets couldn't penetrate that. And that was about definitely about 3 inches of pure iron. I'm just not going to get through that. When these hatches are up, batter down the hatches, as they have in France. You know, they all have the hatches at night, they're wooden ones, but this is a Nazi one. I'm not going to get through there. But what they did manage to do is somehow, I'd imagine some plane came and did a, you know, dropped a bomb right there and just half that thing. So I think we got some more artwork we missed up there. I think there's another alien there. It looks like a gypsy alien. You see that there? These are the beings that Hitler said he was in contact with from they call it maybe nether earth or inner earth, you know, that there's a hollow earth and all that. That's what Hitler claimed, and there's a lot of evidence of it. Even if it's a flat earth, you can still imagine that there's parts of it that are hollow inside, which I don't believe is a flat earth, incidentally. You're getting your main guns up there, man. I wouldn't like to have been here about 80 years ago. Oh, this is the other side of this little wooden hut village. I'm not sure how old that little village is, but seeming to be all desolate, nobody's staying there. So we're at the other side, and of course I think this is an old hatch. I'm not sure if you can see actual bullet holes still there. See that? Like, it could be. No, it's an old hatch anyway. This would be an old outpost. You can see it just sort of jutting out from the grass, like you have in Star Wars and all these things. And it's another entrance to a tunnel system there. Just about to see it there. And a little bit further along we got another outpost. So it stretches, and that's about half a mile really. I've been walking. It's quite far, you know. Just get them dotted all around the dunes. Calais right up to Dunkirk, perhaps beyond there. You see them, there's a massive operation. It must have been thousands of battalions of Nazi soldiers all stationed here, waiting for the Allies to come across. There's another outpost here, and another little wooden hut village. There we go. Okay. Another Nazi tunnel, Nazi wall, fortification, outpost is back there as well. Maybe go over here, take a look. There you go, get your soldiers in there. Get them fed out. So you just feed them out from there into the different parts of the base. You see? It's all the way back there in case you get flanked, you know. So there'd be troops at the back, you know, feeding the front lines. And there's one over there as well. This is like a really sort of a major part. Now, what I said, this is quite. I wonder how long it took them to build this, eh? Must have taken them a while. I thought this could be maybe for ammunition. Maybe store some ammunition in there. Probably can't see it very well. Yeah, store some ammo in there or something, food, rations, that type of thing. Up here. And this is coming to your front line again. So, feeding the front lines. Bit's been sort of blocked off as well. It's another part of the tunnel system. Most of it is concrete. They still use this today to build. This technique in India and China. They use the iron. I don't know what you call them, the sort of iron bars, and they just set it in the concrete. See a few Nazi guns sticking out of there, can you? Some major Nazi guns and maybe some rocket launchers coming out of there, perhaps. It's another part of the system there. There's just sort of a barracks there. to stop them coming up the side. Would have been another targeted part for the Allies to come through there, so that's all sort of barricaded off. Let's get down now, have a look. There's another entrance there to the tunnel system, just about to see it there. Having your guns just in here, duck down, and bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Very useful. Fortified concrete. Pretty easy to make, I would say. There's a lot of alcohol being drunk here. Here's your front line here. Get your troops in there. It's your front line. So you're hiding in here, and then bang, bang, bang. Just imagine all the troops running up the beach there. Bullets going everywhere. See what sort of art we got here. Let's see. Some French art. You can see that very well. Don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, man. It's another little entrance, little stormtrooper entrance right there. See, it's like, where did Star Wars get its ideas from? Nazi Germany. And here's some more. Right on the sand. See that? Somebody drew that sort of fish thing on there as well, down there. I don't know what that is. This one looks to have been, well, maybe blown up. This one looks to maybe have been part of the you know, the system. You see there, maybe it's just been blown off. The main part you can see is broken off, and it's just fell right into the sand there. So there'd have been a good few. I mean, if it was me, I'd have been sending bombers over first of all to like bomb this place. Then send your soldiers, you know, to flank this base. You know, either side. And been very, very difficult to penetrate this base, but we know that they managed it, we know that they did it, so at the cost of many, many, many lives. As I said, I got the impression that you know, it's like tens of thousands of men. It was just men, obviously back then it was just men that fought. So I just got the impression, you know, that a lot of them from Leeds, sort of up north in England. Don't know why I got that impression, but that's the sort of dream I sort of had last night. I didn't get any dreams about any battles happening or anything like that, or Nazi soldiers. But the impregnable was penetrated thanks to, praise be to the Lord, really. But how much now is Britain became fascist, or almost in a way, it's not Nazi, but it is reverse Nazism, if you like. I would call it reverse Nazism, where they're actually persecuting their own people. Like in Germany, they wanted the sort of original German people, and they supported them. But in the UK, if you're an immigrant, you're treated like a king. If you're an immigrant, go and stay in Britain. If you're born in Britain, you want to get out of there because it's like Alcatraz. They don't support their own people, so it's like a reverse Nazism. So it's the only way to describe it. I think any form of discrimination against any individuals. I think it's not freedom. It's not good at all. Not good at all. See the size of that underground base? It is really huge when you look at it, and there'd be more over that side as well, towards Calais. But any form of discrimination, you know, Satan always divides and conquers. That's all he does. All these people want to do is cause division. All these people want to do is favour religions that have pedophiles in them, like Islam sadly has that, Catholicism, we know that sadly Catholicism's had that for a long time. And in France, you know, when you try and get some Christian communities, some of them have been killed, some of them have been over the years by the Nazis. That's what they are. They're basically Satanists. That's really what they are. Nazi is just a sort of a political ideal at the time to carry out, you know, the excommunication really of the Jews, so they would migrate to their homeland. That's really why Hitler joined the World Zionist Association in 1923. A lot of people don't know that, but it is factual. Hitler did join the World Zionist Federation in 1923, so that they're following a plan to excommunicate the Jews from Europe and form Israel the homeland. That's why World War II happens. So they're done with this now. This is all history. And as we keep hearing about it all the time, you know, about the Nazis, but now these people have moved on to use Islam. Islam now is the sort of way they're trying to oppress the nations so that people can cry out for a solution, and their solution of course will be war. World war, of course. It's either that we all lie down and allow ourselves to be conformed to their ideals, which is you're not a man or a woman anymore, you're just a it, you're a thing, an object to be manipulated. So you can either have that, or you can fight against whatever puppet religion that they have to, you know, to cause division. And it's about time we realise that their schemes, their plans, it's about time we studied all the holy books from Islam, Christianity, Hinduism, and actually saw that Jesus, Yeshua, is the saviour of the world, and that a man must be born again to inherit the kingdom of God. And that's the only way we're going to have peace on this earth. A lot of people reject God, so as long as there's people that reject God and reject His Messiah, we're always going to have problems, always going to have wars, always going to have division. So thanks for watching this. God bless you. So I've just managed to turn some of the guards come down here. This is the main Nazi base right here. No one seems to be around. Take a chance. Come up here, here's another entrance here. It's been sort of bricked off, as you can see. This tunnel system goes right along here. What was that? What was that in the distance? Somebody, German guy? Is that a plane, a helicopter? Wait a minute. What is that? Oh, that's a Nazi tower. They're back again, man. Oh, they're back again. Is that a telephone tower? Get out here, come on. Let's go. Let's go.